Okay guys, I'm going to show you a quick little, well, it won't be that quick, I guess. I'm going to show you how to do the search dialog, which in turn does the favorites and in turn does the first dialog box that pops up when you're using File Manager before the keyboard. So as you can see, favorites is pretty plain looking. Search is the same. And if you go to File Manager, this box is the same as well. Okay, so what we need for this is you need to go to your Silvo, which is what I'm using, Media, Dialogs, and Default. And you're going to need the BG ping, and you're going to need the inner. Now, I've already opened them in Photoshop. Lots of times when you open stuff in Photoshop, it's going to be pretty small like that. If you just hit Control-0, it brings it up nice and close. Okay, so this is the background one, and this is the inner. And what I mean by inner are these boxes. All these little ones you can see. And then this would be the outside part of it, the BG part. Okay, so one cool little trick that I like using gradient tool. I think it's awesome. I usually find it's really easy if you make a new layer instead of doing it over top of this, because if you screw it up, then it's a pain in the ass to fix it sometimes. So if you add a new layer, and right now I'm just going to add this blue that I like. I'm just going to do it quick. Okay, once you have it in there, just double click on layer 2. And go to gradient overlay. Now, this is where you can set it yourself to whatever colors you want. You just click here, and change the colors. But I'm going to use this because I love this one. Set it to normal because you want it nice and solid looking. And then you just hit OK. So as you can see, that's done. Now, in order to see it quickly in your actual build, the fastest way to do that is just merge the two layers and just hit save. Now, when you go back into your Kodi, if you've installed the key maps, you can go to reload skin if you want, but if you've installed the key maps, you just hit Function F5. And now you'll see the boxes are a lot nicer looking. So next what we're going to do is we're going to do the background. I'm just going to do it in an ugly color so that it shows up really good for you. So, background color. When it's something solid like this and you're not too worried about it, you can just double click it. You can add a gradient if you want. Stroke is nice too. See, it's big on the outside though, sometimes I don't like that. Inside doesn't work either, so I'm not going to put a stroke on this one. But you have all kinds of things you can use in here. You can also go to styles if you want and choose a style. You can go online and find styles all over the place too. But for now, we're going to go just back to the gradient. Turn off the stroke. Hit OK. Now, because we only had the one layer, you don't need to merge the layers. You just hit save. Go back to your Kodi. Hit Function F5. And there you go. Now, that's done. And you'll also see that it does the search and the favorites. So super easy. Not the best looking, I'm just doing it for the sake of the video. It'll look much nicer when it's done. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more info to this. So now you know how to do the background and you know how to do these additional panels. I'm going to show you how to do the colors in here. Now, where you go to for that, I actually just made a color video, full video that shows you colors for everywhere inside of your skin. Well, inside of this Nox Silvo 18 skin. So what I did was I made a Excel sheet that breaks down just the ones that are in the add source dialog. So each of these corresponds to your default color. So what you need to do is, actually maybe I can show you really quickly. It's in Kodi, add-ons, your skin, colors, and you grab the defaults XML. That's this. Now these are all the colors that are inside of Kodi, like your title, this section, the none section, browse, cancel. All of these are located in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the file that we have here that tells me exactly which ones I need to use in order to change them. Now, changing them in your default in here will not only change them inside this Dialog XML, it'll change them in many other places. If you want to see what other places, just watch the video that I did on colors. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go to Photoshop real quick and grab a color. So red is good because it always stands out. So I'll just copy that. And what I need to do is I need to do the white to change the none key. So where it's white, 6 characters back, paste it in and save it. Now once it's saved, you have to do your function F5 to reload the skin or reload the skin. And as you can see, the none is now red. Next, grab maybe a green. Back here, unfocused browser is the gray. So here's gray, 6 characters in, paste it, save it, reload the skin. Oops. And there it is there. Back to Photoshop, we'll go with a weird pink, copy it. Unfocused cancel is the gray 2. Gray 2. Paste it, save it. Reload the skin. And there we go, pink. Now stuff that's unclickable is gray 3. So let's go with something kind of bright. And you'll see what I mean in 1 second. Sorry. Gray 3. Paste it in, save it. Reload the skin. There you go. See that weird green? Now the only thing we're missing right now is the title. And I'll go with a bright yellow. Copy it. And title is the dialog header. Paste it. Save it. Refresh. And there you go. Now the one cool thing about this is, as you can see, all these colors are showing up in other places as well. If you watched my colors video, you'll see exactly where they're going to show up. One cool thing about when you change the dialog header, the title in here, it also changes it in the search and in the favorites, just like it did when you were doing the backgrounds and the panels. And favorites. Same there. I hope this helps.